As I mentioned earlier, you will not be getting out of here tonight.
Okay, how bad is it?
It's too early to tell. The police officer in question, Detective David Harper, maintains that he had a clean shot at Zakara and that your actions enabled Zakara to escape and take a hostage. Now, in legal parlance, that's called aiding and abetting. And if Johnny Zakara kills anyone while at large, the charge against you could be as an accessory. It also means that if he kills an officer of law enforcement, the charge will be murder with special circumstances.
Against me?
I find it so ironic that with all of your past alleged crimes, you could now be facing a lethal injection for stopping a cop from shooting a love-struck 20-something-year-old girl.
Just tell me the best case scenario.
I convince a judge that you were an innocent bystander who acted heroically and prevented an overzealous cop from shooting an unarmed hostage.
Okay, good. That's what happened. That's the truth. I mean, not the hero part, but that's
I reserve the right to apply any hyperbole I deem necessary to get you out of this. Unfortunately, you have an extensive police record. You have been tried on murder twice. Mm-hmm. You were convicted once. That was reversed. You were acquitted once, thanks to my brilliance.
Yeah, Diane, I know all this. I know.
Any competent DA, and Alexis Davis is more than competent, is going to argue that you were in that squad room to help Johnny Zakara escape, that you furnished him the gun with which he took Lulu hostage.
Lulu brought the gun in.
Do you have any proof?
No, I don't. She's the only one who could have brought it in. The cops are going to search her. It's Lucky's sister. She killed Logan. She doesn't want Johnny to pay, and she freaked out.
Where do you think Lulu got the gun?
I don't know. Diane, Johnny, maybe? Edward Quartermain, she's living at that house. He's got a gun collection.
Good. I can petition the court for a warrant. Determine whether or not Edward Quartermain is actually missing a gun. And let's just assume that he is. Then I will argue that Lulu Spencer acted alone, that she brought the gun into Johnny, at which point the case against you for aiding and abetting completely falls apart.
No. Don't go for the warrant, no.
I am not suggesting that we give up Lulu Spencer as the individual who killed Logan Hayes. I'm simply saying that the courts will be far more lenient on a hysterical girl.
Okay, did you just hold on? You just told me that helping Johnny escape makes Lulu an accessory, right? So if Johnny kills a cop, she could get murdered with special circumstances. Is that right?
That is an extreme interpretation.
Diane, yes or no?
It's possible.
Okay,
yeah.
Don't tell the cops anything. Lulu's a hostage. That's it. End of story.
It's a good thing that you pay me so much money because you make it extremely difficult to mount a competent defense.
I owe it to Carly and Spinelli to cover for Lulu, okay? Just find another way to get me released, please.
That may not be as easy as it sounds. Officer?
Why'd you come back? They found Lulu and Johnny?
Not that I know of, which is a good thing, especially if Johnny's out there committing armed mayhem somewhere.
Okay, so I'm still not getting out of here tonight? Is that what you're telling me?
Despite your lack of cooperation, I am using my best efforts to get the charges against you dropped. But I do need your input on another matter. Do you think Sonny would ever cheat on Kate?
What?
After our last extremely frustrating legal consultation, I felt the need for a very strong, very dry martini, or 3. So I called up Max, and I asked him to meet me at the Metro Court. Unfortunately, since Max has returned to Sonny's employ, he doesn't have time anymore to socialize. Yet another glaring example of Sonny's extreme selfishness. You know, I would think that Sonny would be so happy that Max has come back to work for him that he would encourage a personal life. But I digress.
What are you talking about?
I am unsettled. Not on my behalf, but on behalf of Kate Howard. See, I always thought that when Sonny cheated on her, it would be with Carly.
Okay, you still haven't told me what Sonny did.
Sonny was at the Metro restaurant having drinks with a very attractive blonde. And when I walked over to say hi, his attitude and body language told me I had just caught him in the middle of doing something illicit. I have nothing but admiration for Kate Howard. Professionally, because I care so deeply about fashion, and she is both a leader and an icon. Not that you would understand.
Probably not.
But I also happen to care about her as a friend. And she has given up so much for Sonny. She would never have left Manhattan or Couture if it weren't for him. Now she is putting her reputation on the line to launch Crimson from the hinterlands. And she's putting her heart on the line by agreeing to marry Sonny. And he is doing something behind her back.
He had drinks with a woman.
Sasha Donev. You ever heard the name?
No.
Neither have I. And I have drafted every deal memo and contract for that coffee business ever since Sonny put me on retainer. So there is no way that she was representing any coffee consortium.
Oh, is that why Sonny said he was meeting her?
Sonny didn't actually say much. Anthony Zaccara was sitting at a table in the restaurant, and he was screaming at his daughter, and Sonny went to rescue her.
Tell me about that. What happened?
Well, I assume that Anthony was venting his worry over Johnny, and he said something to the effect of how he should have drowned Claudia the day that her brother was born. And so Sonny got up, went over, intervened, and escorted Claudia from the restaurant.
I want you to call Max right away. I want you to tell him that Sonny had an altercation and a confrontation with Anthony Zaccara. I want you to up the guards, and I want him to double-check the security. Anthony might not be as calm as you like to think.
Here you are in lockup, and you're worried about Sonny. And I just have to wonder if the positions were reversed, would Sonny do the same
Diane,
thing?
please, just take care of it for me,
I
please.
am calling Max now. But you never answered my question. Do you think Sonny is sleeping with Sasha?
Sonny's gonna marry Kate.
Ever since Michael was shot, a lot of Sonny's actions don't make sense. And I'm sure you've noticed the same thing.